When you go into a business and you're working for yourself, you reap the benefits of what you've done and you suffer for your mistakes.
Opening soon follows the true story of a restaurateur's vision from concept to opening night.
Didier is one of the few people in town with the patience to have learned his trade from the tiniest detail on him. The complexity is unimaginable.
The enormity of this job, the neglect and the dirt. If I had to be in here like him, I would be in tears. Didier only wants a televisions here if it's on the kitchen.
Oh, for the soccer? In the kitchen, got it.
No, soccer.
For soccer.
Toronto, Ontario, a culturally diverse city known for its international cuisine. But according to chef Didier Leroy, classic French cooking is still hard to find.
This is where the art starts.
He should know he started training in Paris at age 15.
And I found amazing chefs in Paris who want to accept me in the kitchen. It was an amazing day. My mom took me there and we cried, both of us.
He came to Toronto in 1988 with a Canadian girlfriend. The relationship fizzled, but Didier fell in love with the country and decided to stay.
But because I didn't speak English at that time, I can get a good job. Only get paid $9 an hour from Paris, making a lot of money come here because I don't speak English. Low salary. I find that a little bit difficult, but it's the way it goes. Sometimes you have to go step by step.
But it didn't take long for Didier to rise to the top. Stints at Auberge Gavroche, La Maquette, and Opus made him a food critic's darling. In 2000, he became chef at The Fifth, establishing its reputation as one of the city's finest restaurants.
When we become even #1 in Toronto, they asked me that question, what make you #1? And I say, what, I never change. I give French cooking. I give what people will find in Paris, I bring that here.
But after years of working in other people's restaurants, Didier was ready to open his own. Tori Edwards is Didier's girlfriend and business partner. After 20 years behind the scenes, she's also ready to run her own show.
I've been working in this industry since I was 16. I've been a general manager. I've waitered, of course, bartended in clubs, bus tables, coat check, you name it, I've done it.
They decided to create Didier, an authentic Parisian bistro.
I really try to give people something from my culture. So I really want people here, they feel like they are in Paris.
Traditional French design would be easy to replicate, but they don't have that kind of money. They're forced to make the best of a neglected midtown restaurant. It suffered a series of bad 1980 renos, but there are still strong elements of old world charm.
I was looking for space, for a long time, and I feel like really remind me like I was in Paris.
It does have that historical, warm, European feel, the wood and the marble and the high ceilings and, the little bistro area and the bar. It fits with Didier.
But does it fit their budget? They only have $50,000 raised by remortgaging their home. Changes to the 90-seat restaurant will have to be mostly cosmetic.
We have to breathe some new life into it, clean everything up because it's been neglected, I think, for a while, and add our own personality, too.
Friend and contractor Michael Feransky will help them highlight the room's finer points.
What I would do with this ceiling is get rid of all these spotlights and maybe think of something center, like a beautiful fixture.
We've been looking for just a beautiful single piece, like a chandelier.
Okay.
The back of the room will also be a focal point.
Yes.
What we want to do is have Didier's chef's table here for a table d'hôte.
When we walk in, this has got to be uniform.
And then what are we going to do in this space? Because, I think there's already enough mirrors going on.
Sure.
So there's mirrors, mirrors, mirrors everywhere you look.
Well, we can spend about time thinking about
Okay.
that.
Didier, a devout Buddhist, approaches the project more calmly than Tori.
Someone described me once as lighting without a spark. I'm definitely the one with less patience than Didier. Didier has a lot more patience than I do.
The tables here are very original bistro table like in Paris. But we have to cover them here in the evening because it will be more like a dining room.
If you say these are original, beautiful marble tables, then why would we cover them up? Doesn't make sense. Let's deal with the big things first. We'll deal with the details later.
Okay. But details sometimes what make the difference.
Yes, of course, the detail is everything.
But the biggest problem is the 28-year-old kitchen. Time has not been kind.
It will take maybe hours, but it's not working.
Okay.
I think this one is dead.
Okay.
Has to go.
All right.
This one is leaking big time. For that I found some water on the floor.
Okay.
This is like we say our piano in France.
Clearly, the last artist here wasn't much of an artist.
No, I think he stopped playing piano.
Yes, I think so. Jeez, this is disgusting.
Didier and Tori have very little money and even less time. They're desperate to cash in on the lucrative holiday season, and that's only 1 month away.
There's a lot of things that I don't know. You know, things could come up, but I really hope we'll stay on schedule and be open by the 3rd week in November.
And it's not just their livelihood that's at stake. The Toronto food establishment is watching, and their reputations are on the line.
I think it's an opportunity of a lifetime, and I take it. The only thing I do is cooking. Maybe it's not the right time for me to have that space. I don't know, I should try.
I wake up probably 6-7 times a night. I wake up thinking about how the front of the building's gonna look, what kind of glassware I'm gonna get, you know, if everything's gonna happen on time. It's just too many things to mention. There's a lot of things right now.
I will adapt myself with the menu, with what I have, what I can do, what I cannot do. But it's a major cleaning to do for sure.
Didier's opening night is only 3 weeks away, and the front of the house has a long way to go. But the kitchen is in even worse shape. Moving the old equipment has uncovered some nasty surprises.
The only thing here is the people, they don't care, that's it. Some people care, it's no problem. I will change what I can, and if I need some brand new stuff when I have the money, I will buy it. I will adapt myself with the menu, with what I have, what I can do, what I cannot do. But it's a major cleaning to do for sure.
They may have to hire professional cleaners, which will leave even less money for much-needed new chairs.
We have not a long time, so we're looking at basic chairs.
This is the range.
That one too. So I think the one that I'm leaning toward most, but I want to keep it simple, and I don't just mean cost-wise. Having a beautiful chair like this in the room will give the entire room a completely different look. So it's important. We have to fit it into the budget.
It's 10 days to opening, and the kitchen is still not fit for cooking.
This kitchen, I mean, now it's 200% better than it looked a week ago and even more than 2 weeks ago. Didier has worked so hard in here. If I had to be in here for the past week like him, I would be in tears, actually, at the beginning and end of every day, because the enormity of this job, the neglect and the dirt and it's just over the top, so yeah.
Luckily, Didier's catering business takes him into some of the city's finest homes where he can test new dishes for the restaurant.
This is the rabbit. Even the best sometimes is to eat the bones of this one. And this is the wild boar. When you come to cooking and you start to make some sauces and you use the bones from the products you want to use, this is where really the connection and the mix with the vegetable, the sweet and the sour, the salt and the pepper, the joy they have, and they have experience, because this is what life is about too, it's about experience. That's for the rabbit. And that's for the rabbit. It's very sexy, no? The turnips are beautiful. Et de rabbit, la carotte. La sauce devant, hein, Marco. Oui. Allez, dépêche-toi.
It's exquisite, I guess is the word I would come up with.
Amazing that this stuff is coming out of my kitchen.
This is wild boar. Celery roots, puree. And the bits is a fresh date with ginger and breadcrumbs. And sauce poivrade.
Oh my God. What's in here? Food is like grade 6. All these flavors that with the food, the same thing. It's like, oh my God, how profound.
Back at the restaurant, Tori is struggling with design issues.
Go halfway in between. Okay, let me walk underneath, because I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'6", so someone would still, I mean, we can't put it up so high that...
A more serious problem has emerged.
Why is it watery in here?
Rotting pipes are causing flooding in the washrooms and basement.
Someone should make a call to say, you know, like, there's the drain problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, because it's definitely coming up.
Okay. Listen, you have to phone Barb right now, the landlord lady, and ask her to please address the situation with the sewers because they're backing up still, Michael said. I'm really stressed now. My level of stress is exceeding even my expectation of stress. I'm stressed now. We have to move those tables in here because in here we're getting a desk, a chair, a couch, a table, and a lamp.
It's 2 days to Didier's opening. The restaurant has a new facade, but the kitchen is still not ready. A professional cleaning crew has been brought in at a great expense.
It's not in a budget. The exhaust is where the nightmare is, and you have to hire a company for that. That is almost 16 hours works in there.
A lot of money has also been spent on a wrought iron chandelier, but it's not living up to their expectations.
I've already found 2 shades that are cracked, so I'm just going through all of them to make sure that they're fine.
You'll have to replace
You know what? I think you should tell him that I'm ready to like come back and tell them to shove it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I can cook. I can cook
Crack
chicken.
now.
Well, this one was already cracked.
Okay. To be honest, I'm very disappointed with this light because now that we see it here, it's just not what we had envisioned, I guess. So it's actually a huge disappointment because this is a big focal point.
But for Didier, the real focal point of the foyer is a photograph of his mother.
This is my mom. Since my mom died, she'll never be so close to me. I'm very happy that she's with me today. I want her to see what I accomplished after 33 years.
It's 24 hours before opening, and fortunately, Michael has solved the plumbing problem.
Some of the plumbing in there was all rotted. It's all been repaired.
And after much deliberation, he's replaced the chandelier with a standard bistro-style fixture.
We had to pick another fixture. This one looks great.
More good news, Didier and Tori get their chairs on time.
Very nice.
But the kitchen is still not up to snuff. Luckily, friends have offered to whip it into shape for free.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna be here all night. But if I had my way, I'd give it another 3 days, minimum.
Time is a luxury they don't have. 400 guests are showing up for a party tomorrow night.
All of the alcoves have to be cleared, all the painter stuff and everything. Because we have to move those tables in here, because in here we're getting a desk, a chair, a couch, a table, and a lamp.
Tori's anxiety is starting to rattle even Didier's Buddhist calm.
Let's put the chairs here for people to put that in the drawer.
You want me to put the mirror, Tori?
No, it will look absolutely horrible.
For me, only a chef and an artist, I'm only worry about that stuff. If Tori is not here, I don't open this place. She's the one who does everything, from the boat, from the computer.
Sorry,
I understand.
She's the one who deals with all of the crap and all of that. The bullshit. For her, is a lot of pressures and a lot of things, you know.
Right now, she's dealing with a problem in the dining room. A custom-made panel clashes with the rest of the room.
Myself and Didier and Michael, we made a judgment error, and it did not look good, so now Dan has to stain it to match the rest of the room. When you go into a business and you're working for yourself, there's no one to replace you. You reap the benefits of what you've done, and you suffer for your mistakes.
Another mistake could be trying to open so soon. They've just found out they won't get their liquor license in time for tomorrow's opening.
If we don't have a liquor license, we have nothing to sell. So, I mean, everything is riding on the line. you know, like everything. What I want to do, I just want to go like this and have some magic and disappear. She's going to be kind of facing into the dining room, facing the kitchen, so I'm almost crying. He's going to lose it. I just have a little surprise.
Didier's opening night party is 8 hours away, and after a long night of hard work, the kitchen is clean at last. Didier can now bring in the food he was forced to prep at an outside kitchen last night.
Hello?
Go ahead.
After hours of working on the phone with Michael, Tori gets a special permit to serve alcohol tonight.
What's happening today is we have a caterer's endorsement.
The custom-made panel is fixed, and now they can set up the special chef's area. With 4 hours to go, the kitchen staff labor over Didier's meticulous canapes. He's a calm but demanding taskmaster.
He's very serious, he takes his food quite seriously, and he's very driven, very precise in his food, and that's something we enjoy working with him.
With time running out, there are still plenty of details to attend to.
Guys, we got 2 hours, 2 hours. We have to get the rentals put away, get the bar set up, finish off, you know, vacuuming the floor and stuff. Just little tedious, time-consuming, kind of last-minute running stuff. He's here? Wow. Oh.
Okay. With only 30 minutes to go, Tori introduces one final touch.
This is a big surprise for Didier. He was very disappointed because he has a small picture of his mom, and I told him I was going to try to get it blown up for him so that he could have a picture of her for the restaurant. I lied, and I told him that it could not be done. So she's going to be in the chef's table area, kind of facing into the dining room, facing the kitchen. So I'm almost crying. He's going to lose it. I just have a little surprise. It's just a little surprise. Close your eyes for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's nice. That's not good.
Now Didier's dream is poised to become reality. The doors are open, and the food cognoscenti arrive, expecting nothing less than the best.
See what hard work does?
Yep.
It's magnificent. It's beautiful, and the food will be great.
Incredible.
Delicious. Excellent.
It's wonderful. Absolutely terrific.
Didier is one of the few people in town with the patience to have learned his trade from the tiniest detail on him. So whereas his food looks more simple than other people, the complexity is unimaginable behind what looks effortless. There's a lot of technique there.
It's the only French food. True, simple, beautiful. Yes, I love it.
My feet are very sore. I'm really tired. You know, and I'm very happy. People seem to really like this place. We have lots of people. We have great people in here. Considering the horrid week that we've had, I'm very happy. Very, very happy.
For me, I think it feels very good. I think Tori, she did an amazing job. If she was on there, I will not do that. I feel good for not only the business side in a sense, but I think people will like to come here, and this is what makes me happy.
Find more at fineliving.com. Real information for real people.